Hey everybody, Mike Iaconelli here. Want to talk to you about the recent tournament on Toledo Bend, the third Bass Elite stop of the year. Man, it's interesting because Toledo Bend is a different lake when we showed up, and a lot less grass, water level was a lot lower, a lot tougher than you expect for Toledo Bend. But I clawed through it, had a nice top 20 finish, and primarily based off of two patterns. I want to talk to you about those. You know, the first one is a pattern that was so short each day. It would literally last 20 to 40 minutes in the morning and go away, but it's the Shad Spawn. And this time of the year, from April all the way through June, Shad Spawn is a real big thing to do. And for that first 20 or 30 minutes, what I targeted was shoreline grass, and I like to call it needle grass. And those shad, when that light was still low, would be up there spawning. The one thing I noticed in practice, the shad were real small, so I decided to go with a double willow spinnerbait. This is a 1/2 ounce Mullix Vetinator spinnerbait. It's in a silver shiner color, and I've got two small silver Mullix willow leaf blades on it. You know, the other thing I added, and one of my big fish on the last day came on it, is a VMC trailer hook, and I added a 2-aught VMC trailer hook to that bait. Really key for that shad spawn in the morning. Burned it through that needle grass, caught a couple key fish each morning in the first 20-30 minutes. Rod, reel, and line, for me, I used the Abu Garcia Ike series rod in the 7-foot medium, the Power series rod. This is a rod I designed especially for fishing spinnerbaits and buzzbaits. On the reel, I use an Abu Garcia Revo MGX. It's the 7-to-1 gear ratio. And finally on the line, I use 17-pound Berkley Trilene 100% fluorocarbon. But the real workhorse for me this week, and caught a majority of my fish, including all of my big fish this week, my 5-pounder the first day, 7-pounder the second day, came from a crankbait. And what I try to do is target secondary points. Points where the fish were staging, coming in and going out of pockets. And the depth zone on those points was 8 to 12 foot. So knowing that, I wanted a crankbait that would hit the bottom and deflect off the bottom. It's so key, whether it was a stump or a branch or some of that last little bit of hydrilla that's left in the lake. So I decided to go with the DT14, and on 12-pound test, that bait's diving about 14 foot. It's perfect to hit that cover and hit the bottom. For me, I used this color pattern, which in Texas is phenomenal for me, and it's the Caribbean Shad, which is a faded chartreuse blueback, phenomenal bait. Cast all around those secondary points, trying to deflect off the cover. Every day, key fish came on this bait. Rod, reel, and line, I fished it on the 7.3 Ike series Abu Garcia delay rod. That's the composite rod, the soft rod, specially designed for crankbaits. I fished that on the brand new Revo MGX with the slower gear ratio. I fished it with a reel that was 6/4 to 1, a little bit more power on that reel. And then finally the line, I used Berkley Trilene 100% fluorocarbon in 12-pound tests to help that crankbait dive down. Great tournament for me on a phenomenally tough Toledo Bend. Shad spawn in the morning, crankbait in the afternoon. That was the key to a top 20 finish.